Hello there. Now this has wider ramifications than some people realise. There is little appetite for change in Northern Ireland, it seems. They still prefer the United Kingdom to a united Ireland. Now if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe and then like and comment below. The people of Northern Ireland would, right now, vote comprehensively against joining a united Ireland, according to a recent poll. And that should put to bed the myth that the 2016 EU referendum results showed that those in Northern Ireland valued the EU above the UK. This poll indicates otherwise. And that should be something that pulls both Irish Joe Biden and the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen up short. They go around spouting their pieces over Ireland as if Britain was holding Northern Ireland hostage. Well, this poll indicates that to be untrue. So hopefully the White House and Brussels will start engaging with the UK over the protocol in a more productive way. But I won't be holding my breath over that one. Now, as ever, polls are a snapshot of selected respondents and have been known to be wrong, as we all know. But this poll doesn't show a difference in opinion of a couple of percent. No, it showed that by an almost 2-to-1 majority, respondents want Northern Ireland to remain in the UK. The results show that north of the border, they are content to remain within the United Kingdom. The poll was conducted by Ipsos on behalf of the Irish Times and the Analysing and Researching Ireland North and South project, ARINS, with the poll being held simultaneously in the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland. In the Republic, the vast majority of respondents said they would vote to unite Ireland. But in Northern Ireland, only a quarter said they would vote for a united Ireland. And under the Belfast Agreement, a referendum to unite Ireland would have to be held across the whole of Ireland, where there was a majority both north and south for unity. While Northern Ireland indicates a preference for the UK, then the status quo must prevail. And under the law, the UK Secretary of State for Northern Ireland can only call a border poll if it looks likely that the majority want a united Ireland. This has provided the DUP with the evidence they need to claim that their hard line on the Northern Ireland Protocol is justified, with the DUP leader, Sir Geoffrey Donaldson, saying, "A strong majority in Northern Ireland support the Union. That's why the DUP is standing strong to oppose the Union subjugating protocol." Now, Sinn Féin was hoping to get and win a unity poll by 2030, but it looks like those in Northern Ireland are not too keen on the prospect of such a massive change. And while 3/4 of those in the Republic want a unity referendum within 5 years, in the north it is just over half within the next 10 years. And if they held one soon, given the results of this poll, it would end up as a divisive exercise leading to no change, except maybe to a rise in acrimony. The Irish Times reports that the Taoiseach Michael Martin is unsurprised at the result, saying that opinion polls will never unite Ireland. And he's right. In politics, you have to work hard at arguing for change. People generally prefer the status quo rather than upheaval with no benefit. Those in the Republic would be better off showing the benefit to unity rather than hope that over time demographic change in the north will deliver the goods. Bear in mind that the poll indicates that 21% of Catholics in Northern Ireland would vote to remain in the UK. But there seem to be indications that those in the Republic don't want unity to lead to change for them either. Almost half of voters in the South said that changes to the national anthem and flag would make them less likely to vote for a united Ireland, according to the poll, reports the Irish Times. And if they don't want to see changes there, then one assumes no other changes would take place either. No, all the change would have to be undertaken by those in the north. It seems that in the Republic, many believe that they dictate Irish identity, and that if the North does vote for unity, then they will be voting to shrug off their identity. That may sound all fine and dandy in the Republic, but it might not be as well received in the North. It is time for wooing, not dictating. Now, as I've already pointed out, this poll also indicates that EU membership may not be as powerful a driver in Northern Ireland as many seem to think. The result of the EU referendum there has been used as a brickbat by many that misunderstand the situation and try and upset the EU referendum result as well as break up the United Kingdom. If those in Northern Ireland were as hungry to get back in the EU as some try to make out, then that poll would have shown the reverse result. So the message to Joe Biden and Ursula von der Leyen, as well as the rest of the EU 27 is, stop dismissing their concerns and listen to the unionist community in Northern Ireland. Ignoring them or playing Northern Ireland protocol tricks with them will not bring them round. It is more likely to entrench them. Nor will they be bullied. The trouble is that Joe Biden keeps professing his Irish and pro-unity credentials, and von der Leyen likes praising the Irish Republican armed struggle. All I can see coming from that pair is more of the same, while they pursue their own political aims to the detriment of the people in Northern Ireland. And once again today, we see a slow march of Just Stop Oil protesters has ground traffic to a halt, while Met Police officers march meekly alongside them to make sure no one confronts the eco-loons. In fact, the police may as well set up a few cameras and monitor them while working from home for all the use they are. Now the protesters are trying to prove their slow marches are green by letting cyclists and buses through, just to make their point. But the motorists then try to tailgate them, and the slow marchers step in to try and block them. Surely an accident will inevitably ensue at some point. Maybe the eco-loons are hoping to cause one, so they can claim the moral high ground. But more to the point, doesn't that make it imperative that the police remove the marchers from the road as soon as they can? And one question is, are these official protests that have been pre-agreed with the authorities? If not, why are they allowed to go ahead? And if they are, why have diversions for traffic not been put in place? If no one's yet realised it, the authorities are now in total lockstep with the likes of the socially destructive eco-loons and facilitating people traffickers. And all this does is makes ordinary people's lives intolerable and fattens the wallets of the big corporates, like Serco, and the owners of the hotels that the government commandeers at our expense. Who does the government really serve? Minority interests, or the right of the majority that actually elected them? Silly me. Stupid question. And finally, when subscribing, please don't forget to press that little bell and also select the all option, or you won't get any notifications when I publish a new video. And thank you all so much for taking the time to watch the show.